I think this is the point where all of the usual weekly segments just start to collapse in on themselves in some kind of distortion field kind of thing. Behold, a Game Boy Color game about an adorable raccoon you have to care for. Sounds like a Hamster Thursday kind of thing, right? But let's go a step further. It's a raccoon that was the star of its own anime series all the way back in 1977. Rascal the Raccoon was a chapter of that venerable world masterpiece theater lineup, part of a lineage that gave us anime adaptations of everything from Les Miserables to Anne of Green Gables to the works of Hans Christian Andersen. Did I mention Hayao Miyazaki worked on some of those shows? But there's more. See, this isn't just a hamster raising style game or just a strange anime license. It is, in fact, odd video game adaptation of anime based on an American best-selling children's novel, Thursday. And it's Raccoon, putting around and being adorable, and you feed him and take him out to various scenic venues in what is apparently World War I era Wisconsin. Because let's face it, the Green Bay Packers hadn't been invented yet, and what else do you have to do in Wisconsin in those days except adopt adorable baby raccoons and suffer with the angst of a young man dealing with loss and the uncertainty of his brother's health out there on the front lines? I ask you. Anyway, adolescent cheese-tinged Weltschmerz aside, the actual game mechanics are exactly in line with the kind of small animal care simulations that seem to overrun the market in the Game Boy Color era. Rascal there can be petted, if and he wants to, called to, if and he wants to, fed, if he wants to, and so on. It's kind of unique, though, that this is a very wild animal at first, so everything's on his terms, and you're going to try nearly everything just to make some inroads. Eventually, he'll warm up to you and dip his paw in ink and stamp some pages of a book. Man, Wisconsin, am I right? And of course, if it's a cute animal raising simulation and it's donated by our very own Bishop's Tump-Tinged Felicity in Worcestershire, seriously, that's the first thing I saw when I searched for Worcestershire cheeses, it must, by FDA regulation, include at least 40% post-consumer minigame content. In this case, a panel-based maze game that's part treasure hunt and part pitfall, and a falling blob puzzle game that's like Puyo Puyo with, cookpots? I'm not entirely certain how that's supposed to work, but it makes Rascal happy, and you must keep Rascal happy. That's kind of the point of the game. Sure, he's living in a freaking apple crate and pacing around your living room, but we don't question the Rascal's predilections. Look at it this way, with a name like Rascal, this game could have been about raising an old guy and complaining about a lack of accessibility ramps. Instead, you get an adorable raccoon and a tale of bucolic early 20th century American boyhood. In Japanese.